Here is.
Can you just explain? Yeah.
Yep. So this is a scene that's been scanned. So actually, one thing that's quite nice is if you go outside of the scanned area, you see this grey. This is the topographical map it has on the inside. And once it recognises the map,
Is that
in.
rendering in real time, the grey one, or is it?
No, this is a pre-scanned map of the area. So it needs to use it first.
Okay.
And so once it recognises it, then it fills in.
Okay.
And then what you see is there's a little thing down there.
Yeah.
Which is a robot that you can interact with.
Yeah.
It's actually a bit tricky from here. You're going to need the headset closed for this.
But
the robot itself, because it knows the topographical map, it can avoid everything on here. So rather than it being augmented reality where the robot just exists, floating around in midair, it can actually move around the chairs, around the tables. If it goes behind a chair, it disappears.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see here, if we go down, see how it's disappeared behind the table.
Yeah.
And if you come up, it's there again. So this is the mixed reality, where the actual software that appears, or the rendered images that appear, are actually in real space, in reality. So this way you're actually able to do full interaction. So if I throw a ball, it'll bounce off the wall there and then come rolling back along the floor.
Yeah, but what about the physics of the material? Can you put that inside as well? If you have a soft surface on the wall, it
Not
will
now.
bounce.
At the moment, it's just doing a scan of the room, so it just takes every surface the same. There's no reason why you wouldn't be able to do that, but you'd need separate hardware. This is just a laser rangefinder. So it just detects surfaces. But there's no reason why you couldn't attach something to that, even use a camera to make a best guess. Like if it recognises wood versus carpet, you'd be able to change the physics on that. So that's something that you could build in, but that would be more software related if it was a camera, or maybe microwave if you wanted to go more advanced. That could probably detect the materials.
And the texture, is that rendered, or is that just the camera?
So that's a camera that's then superimposing
like an overlay on.
Yeah, so it's an overlay on top of the 3D model, which is why it's difficult to see just from here, but once you've got it on, there's sort of slightly jagged edges because it's superimposing the overlay of the camera onto the 3D surface. And so it doesn't look quite as good as the augmented reality demos because this is actually a full 3D map with a 3D image running on top of it, as opposed to it just being a regular camera with some graphics floating in free space. So this is much more interesting, but not as pretty. So the idea being, say, for example, you had a virtual pet in one of these things. It could be a dog, and it would run around, and as it ran behind the chairs, it would disappear.
So what was about like shadowing from the virtual object? Do you get real?
So there is some shadowing in here, but at the moment it isn't tied to the light source. Again, that's something that you could do with software by analysing the shadows in the background scenery. So that's something that you certainly could do. But you just have to do a scene analysis. So that would be possible. And again, better on the next generation hardware, because right now the chips on phones aren't designed to do AR. But the next iPhone chip is designed to do AR, so it's going to be a lot more powerful.
Okay, cool. Do you know if there's a similar thing with the Project Tango?
Yes. That's similar. We don't actually have one of those. But yes, there's several different projects at the same time trying to do the same thing.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yeah, should be good soon.